ABC's College Basketball. Brought to you by Delta Airlines. We love to fly, and it shows. And by Foot Locker, America's most complete athletic footwear store, where it all begins.
Our score at halftime, Indiana leading 42-40, a far different story than what you had up at Bloomington when these two teams played their first game.
Well, certainly a difference in terms of Indiana being down 19 in that game at halftime, falling behind by 22. But they shot the ball exceptionally well here in the first half. Really shot the ball brilliantly. 63% from the field when you're talking about 17 for 27, shooting 54 for the season. Ohio State shot it really well, 50%. And we look here at the rebound totals, the edge to Ohio State. Turnovers basically equal. I mean, the free throw line certainly gave Ohio State the edge, but the big question mark is Mr. Baker.
He's not going to play, I don't think.
Well, I tell you, he didn't look good at all in the warm-up when I was watching him. He had an air cast on his foot, trying to see whether or not he had any mobility, and he looked like he really was struggling. Paul Brazo sitting to the left, the assistant coach. Take a look at the game summary, the changes.
So Jackson will bring it into play for Ohio State with Chris Gent, Perry Carter, Treg Lee, and Jamal Brown on the court in the white shirts. Perry Carter takes it to the hole, and we are tied.
He has to touch the ball a lot more. He really makes good things happen when he gets it. He's touched the ball 4 times. He's had 4 baskets.
Indiana has Jamal Meeks, Eric Anderson, Damon Bailey, Matt Nover, and Cal Chaney.
Watch Indiana without the basketball.
Chaney missing. Anderson rebound.
They got to get some touches to Anderson on the inside as well.
Well, you had the leading scorers, your matchup of Jackson and Chaney. It was 14 and 15 points respectively, so they're doing what everybody thought they were going to do. Well, that's dominating play.
That's a given. You expect those two to perform, especially in the big game.
Meeks on the baseline, tries to reverse it, can't get it. Buckeyes rebound it, tied at 42. And here comes Brown losing the ball.
He's playing out of control. That's the second time he's lost the ball in transition.
Chaney against Jackson.
Nover's been big inside, had 4 big buckets in that first half.
And Nover's inside with Brown on him. That's a mismatch, favor of Nover. That's Anderson missing, and rebound Jackson.
Anderson, perimeter skills, but has to get inside a little bit more with his back to the basket. Jackson's so smooth, Keith. He's so smooth.
In the corner, Jackson threw it away.
Well, he was anticipating Gent moving into the open spot. Tried to throw the ball right over the top of the defense. Randy Ayers doing a little coaching with Jim Bain.
Anderson lobs it in for Damon Bailey.
That's their 55 pressure, they call it, which 5 means that you pick up full court, and the second 5 means the zone press.
Chaney pops. Good.
That's high percentage offense. Take the ball, go into the lane, square your body with that little release. Chaney matched up on Jackson. See, Indiana can get help from that angle.
Lee can't get away from Anderson. Jackson he was indecisive about the play. Tried to pass it. Now he forces. Now he gets it.
I'll tell you one thing. Those baskets on that end of the floor are big as the Atlantic Ocean. They're very soft.
Ball is slapped out of there, but it goes right to Jamal Weeks. And Meeks watches as Anderson's shot bounces off. And Jamal is back in time to cut down the Ohio State break. They give it to Carter.
Great look by Jimmy Jackson. Notice how he pulled up at the foul line, which is the place you want your point guard to pull up at.
Easy one for Nover.
Well, that's the way to finalize against the trap. 3-on-1. Good look right there by Meeks.
We're tied at 46.
Look at Jackson hooked up with Cheney, two of the best second-year players in America, right here with the ball. He says, no, Cheney, you can't check me. Oh, that's a walk.
That's the trouble. Here's Jackaroot as Mark Baker comes into the ball game.
And Keith, let me show you what may be helping Mark Baker come into the game. It's this inflatable splint right here. It's Velcro attached. He's got it on his sore ankle. I checked with the trainer. He said he was doubtful, but this might help him play the rest of the game.
Brown, who has not had a good day, is out. Jamie Skelton is also in for Ohio State.
Skelton very quick. I'll tell you, I'm surprised seeing Baker on the floor after the way we watched him warm up. He was struggling in that warm-up.
They've got Jackson out of the ball game right now. Here's a whistle and a foul on Chris Gent. Jackson for a breather, Brown for a breather, and some extra coaching because he has not been able to unwind today.
He's been up and down. Had a big game against Wisconsin at 14 big points. But prior to that, he was really struggling shooting the ball.
Baker playing on one leg and maybe a half. Not whole at all. Especially against a guy like Meeks, but Meeks picked up his dribble. He had no place to go.
Notice Meeks running that screen. They like to pass, go away, and screen.
Bailey gets into the paint and scores.
Does he ever take a bad shot? It seems every shot he takes is the high percentage shot.
Plays very quietly, doesn't he?
He does. Nothing spectacular. But check his numbers per minute.
Very bounce pass on the baseline for Carter.
They have found Mr. Carter today. Another possession, another touch, another deuce.
14 points for Carter.
That's amazing.
See, here's Meeks just blows right by Baker. I mean, there's no way Baker plays with him. And Chris Gent goes crashing into the press table down the side of the court. But he's all right. He hit hard, and he's lucky to walk away. We've got 15:46 to go, and we're tied at 48.
I've been working for Calumet Farm, soon be 49 years. I've worked for some famous horses.
What gives a certain group of people the ability to consistently do the impossible? Take Calumet Farm. No other farm has ever dominated horse racing like Calumet. Whirlaway, Citation, Halidar. It would take a winner's circle as big as Kentucky to do justice to this amazing stable. When excellence becomes a tradition, there's no end to the greatness. And it doesn't happen only in horse racing. In the auto industry, Ford Motor Company has continually been a leader in innovation, and there's much more to come. Our new modular V8 represents a dramatic improvement in both efficiency and performance. And our new Crown Victoria and Grand Marquis are redefining the concept of luxury ride and handling. America fell in love with Ford in the 80s. And smart money will tell you, we're going to be even tougher to beat in the 90s. Ford Motor Company.
Save some big ones right now at Sears. This Craftsman half-horsepower garage door opener is on sale for just $158, and this Zenith 19-inch TV is only $277. Sears President's Day sale. Better hurry.
3 hours. What are you doing? Timing tiny time pills this morning. So I took a contact. It works 12 hours. 8 hours.
Oh, if you're going to time these tiny time pills all day, when are you going to do the work?
Got 4 more hours.
There's a whole day's work in every contact.
National powers take the court as 5th-ranked Duke takes on number 6 Arizona, or Michigan meets 4th-ranked Indiana. It's ABC's college basketball next Sunday.
On behalf of the folks at Arkansas that you picked to beat UNLV, here is the Order of Le Sanglier, a hog hat.
Hey, I'm being set up right here. I think, personally, Arkansas should be 1.5 for being able to beat Vegas for a half.
Well, all you have to do is learn to call the hogs now. You know how?
Woo. No, not really.
Screw a pig. Suey.
Big Suey. One of my favorite chants, along with Rock Chalk J. Hawk out of Kansas, and I love the one at Austin P. Let's go P. Let's go P.
Well, Le Sanglier means wild boar. Wild boar in Arkansas is a razorback. But you should know that hunting season is not over till the end of March, so be careful.
I'm not a hunter, though. There's that high screen up on top.
Brown back in the ball game for Ohio State. Skelton stays in.
Indiana likes to switch on the ball up on top, trying to get in the passing lane for a steal.
Baker is out of the game, as you would expect, with that very, very tender ankle.
That was an excellent drive by Chris Gent, along with Ron Urey, Richie Farmer, Elmore Spencer, some of the better 6 men in college basketball.
Skelton is getting a lot of playing time today. Cheney's shot over Gent is good.
Calbert Cheney, CC, can shoot the rock. He can handle it. He's having a great season. Player of the year is going to be either Jackson or Cheney, whoever wins the Big Ten. I thought it'd be Steve Smith, but Michigan State has been such a major disappointment this year.
Gent off the baseline.
He had a big game against Michigan Monday, came in and hit like 4 quick baskets.
Well, they got the matchup they wanted. They had Meeks covering Gent. He's not big enough.
Yeah, too much size.
Anderson gets loose, and there's a foul on Carter.
Perry Carter, the enforcer. Look at that body. I was teasing him yesterday. I said, Perry, get ready for the NFL. 3rd foul on Carter.
Brown's got 3. Carter's got 3.
Anderson spots an opening in the defense, comes over, and there's Carter. I mean, Carter says, no way, you're going to the line.
Chris Reynolds is back in for IU, replacing Meeks.
I really believe the winner of the Big Ten automatically gets a #1 seed, and the team that wins here is really in great shape. Big Ten is not vintage Big Ten. We talked about it yesterday at our production meeting as Anderson makes the free throw. Right now, you have basically, I think, 4 teams that'll get in a big dance, Iowa and also Michigan State. But last year, you had 7. You had 7 out of this conference.
Anderson makes both the free throws to tie the game again. Gent and Brown are out in front. That's Skelton. Sharp pass inside to Jackson, who goes back to what amounts to a swing position right now.
Yeah, he can swing and play 3 positions on the floor. He can play the small forward position, the point guard slot, or the #2 guard slot.
Coming into the game, these 2 teams were 2 and 4. Next week, we're going to see Duke at Arizona with the Arizona home winning streak alive.
59 in a row. That's an amazing accomplishment.
The big people working hard inside. Skelton can't find daylight, and under the pressure, travel.
Randy Drury says Jamie picks up his pivot foot.
We've had a lot of traveling called in this game.
Well, there's been a lot of traveling calls all year long in college basketball.
Anderson, good move. Won't go down. Rebound, Skelton cuts it off outside.
Skelton getting a lot of PT, a lot of playing time.
Jackson's been pretty quiet for the last 3 minutes.
Reynolds loves defense. Watch Reynolds trying to check up on Jackson.
Jackson got loose.
He really did. He was playing him for the drive, and he gave him the open jumper, and that's part of their offensive set.
Crowd's back in it as Bailey goes to the baseline. Number 20 is Greg Graham. Bailey's inside.
Ball movement, like to swing the ball side to side.
Cheney is being guarded by Chris Gent right now. Anderson got it.
Good touch, good ball movement, used the entire shot clock, got the ball into the hands of Anderson, an excellent shooter.
Anderson has 9 points.
Look at Ohio State, 7 for 7. That's in the Hall of Fame in baseball. Some of these guys getting $3 million to hit 209.
Without Baker, they need it. Another travel.
Randy Ayers, one of the amazing stories in college basketball. 34 years of age, coaching against all the giants. Really struggled a little bit out of the gate last year, and it could have been a crisis time, but he rose above it and really had his team respond in the second half of the season.
Reynolds handling the ball. Good pass inside to Bailey by Graham. Good shot, Bailey.
Again, another high percentage shot. Offensive efficiency. That's why they shoot 54% as a team.
Hoosiers go back to the lead, and inside whistle and a foul on the baseline on the drive by the Buckeyes.
What makes Damon Bailey so special, Keith, is his exceptional ability to read the defenses and move without the basketball. He's getting better and better from the start of the season.
The two big men for IU now have 3 personals, Nover and Anderson.
Yeah, he's at 14 already, a very quiet 14. Oh, that's a charge.
No.
Oh, they get a block.
Block. That's a little acting job by Reynolds.
I don't know. I thought he beat him to the spot. Bobby Knight loves the defensive ability of Reynolds. He talks about him in his same... Watch this right here. I think he beats him to the spot. I think he beats him to the spot.
Maybe if he'd have been less flamboyant.
Yeah, that's it. I like that word, flamboyant.
In his thespianship.
If he was a little bit more low-keyed like I am, very low-keyed, sat back, see that? He would not have had that call.
Bad shot. Just barely got iron, but the Buckeyes keep it. Lee's back in. Robinson, the big man, is in. The 7-footer. Pass is off the hands of Skelton. Damon Bailey. He's faster than he looks.
Nothing flashy, but just getting the job done, anticipating well. Led his high school to the state championship last year in dramatic style. 40,000 people at the Hoosier Dome.
Hoosiers lead by 4 at 58-54. Jamal Brown finally is heard from.
Where have you been, JB? Jamal Brown hits the jumper.
He was active early on, but he's been quiet a long time. He now has 9. This is Cheney. Won't go down. Rebounded by Jackson. He loses the ball.
Patience, poise, back the ball up, get into your offense.
Damon Bailey banged his head on the floor. He's walking around holding it, and Jody Sylvester is called a timeout to check and see if he's all right.
Jody Sylvester, one of the best zebras in all of basketball.
Greg Graham, the man that picked the pocket of Ohio State on that last possession.
From the Far East to Europe. Across the Caribbean and throughout North America, only one airline covers so much of the world with so much.
We love to fly and it shows.
Everything else is just hot air.
Why does a man have to do what a man has to do?
2, 3, 4.
Try Bud Dry. Cold filtered for smooth draft taste.